We would disagree, I guess, first of all, with the sense of talking about substantial numbers of people. If you look, for example, at the Syrian refugee crisis, there are over 3 million Syrians who have left the country. There are over 1 million Syrians that are hosted in Lebanon, a country that has a population, a total population of 4 million. There are over 1 million refugees that are in Turkey. There are over 600,000 Syrians alone that are hosted in Jordan, a country that has water shortages. Just a couple of weeks back, over the weekend, 140,000 people crossed the Syrian border into Turkey. So the numbers we're talking about in the region are quite small, are quite large in comparison to the small numbers who are trying to make the journey.
Nonetheless, it is numbered in thousands, and there has to be a limit, doesn't there?
We would argue there doesn't have to be a limit, and let me explain why. One of the reasons these people are making the journeys is because the policy of the European Union is that there are almost no safe and legal means to access European soil to file an asylum claim, for example. There's only resettlement. Resettlement numbers are quite low, but that is the only legal way. So individuals who are stranded in North Africa, who are fleeing for their lives, who are running from persecution, from war, who have no choice because their homes have been bombed and destroyed, their family members have been killed, they've been raped and tortured and gone through horrendous journeys along the way. The only way that they can attempt to come to Europe is through the use of organized criminals. Now, if Europe allowed a safe and legal way and manner for people to come, they could use the money that they're paying to criminals and they could buy first-class airplane tickets to Europe.
But look, you must accept surely that countries like Britain, many other countries in the European Union, cannot have an open-door policy, if only because of pressure on the politicians from people who say, and the word swamped was used just the other day by a cabinet minister in this country, we are being swamped by refugees. Now, of course, they're talking not about refugees who are fleeing for their lives in some cases, but they're talking about too many foreigners coming to our countries, putting it very bluntly. Can you not understand that attitude?
I guess we can understand the attitude to a certain degree. However, again, when you're looking at people who are fleeing, when you're looking at people who have no choice, the earlier guest was talking about Eritrea and the fact that people there have lost hope because there's a repressive regime there. What choice do these people have? I mean, let's personalize this for a second. If we ourselves are going through a bad time, what do? The first thing we do is we turn to our family. Well, family members may be in other countries, and so we may need to travel to be supported by our family. Next, we look at friends, and there we are, we look at diaspora. So there are diaspora communities that would be helpful. And third, if we're looking at trying to rebuild our lives, we might look at other factors, such as what language we're proficient in. So if we're proficient in English, we would be looking to go to a place where we could use our English language skills to rebuild our lives, and more particularly to build a life for our children.
Michael Diedring, many thanks.